Sleep is an essential part of every person's life. In fact, the average human spends about one-third of their life asleep. So, if someone lives to be 75 years old, they would have spent around 25 years just sleeping. Welcome to Ask and Learn. And today, we're answering the question, what would happen if you stopped sleeping completely? According to scientific studies, the ideal amount of sleep for a healthy adult ranges between 6 to 8 hours a day. This amount helps maintain a strong immune system, enhances concentration and memory, and improves mental clarity and decision-making. A group of researchers from Italy and the UK SCHAS analyzed data from 16 separate studies conducted over 25 years and found that people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are 12% more likely to die prematurely. People who sleep more than 9 hours per night face a 30% higher risk of early death. Now let's look at the stages your body would go through if you stopped sleeping completely. Day 1. Surprisingly, you may feel a temporary boost of energy, excitement, and positivity. That's because your brain starts releasing more dopamine, the chemical responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward. However, this phase doesn't last long. By the end of the day, you'll feel the crash. Brain regions responsible for planning and decision-making will begin to shut down. Your behavior may become more aggressive or irrational. Reaction times slow down dramatically. Cognitive functions and comprehension begin to weaken. Day 2. Critical bodily functions start to fail. Your energy becomes extremely limited, and even small tasks feel exhausting. Your immune system becomes weak, making you more vulnerable to illnesses. Day 3. This is when things get really serious. You may start experiencing hallucinations and confusion. Your brain struggles to stay awake and begins mixing up dreams with reality. You might feel like you're in a dreamlike or paralyzed state, unsure if you're asleep or awake. This stage feels very similar to sleep paralysis, but while you're still awake. By the end of day 3, you'll be completely dysfunctional, unable to think clearly or interact normally with others. The longest scientifically recorded period a human has stayed awake is 246 hours, about 11 days. After that, the body completely shut down and the person lost consciousness. So now you know what would happen if you stopped sleeping completely. If you've got a question that's been puzzling you, write it in the comments. We might answer it in a future episode.